VFL R5 match highlights. Watch all the highlights from the round 5 match against Footscray. Bring the fight. Richmond VFL knew that Footscray was going to be up for the fight from the get-go, and they were right to the final minute. Schache had an indifferent night, but when his left foot shot at goal in the final minutes sailed through from 50, the Dogs fans erupted, and the Tigers fans groaned. On a brisk autumn night at the Whitten Oval, it was the Dogs prevailing at the Kennel, 11.5-71 to 9.16-70. The final quarter mirrored much of the game, with both sides trading the momentum, and playing the game in their front halves. Schache ended the game with 3 goals, including the last, and fought out an intriguing battle with Ryan Garthwaite. The resolute Tigers defender was one of the visitors' best, but the final one-on-one play with Schache, which led to the match-winning goal, really stung. Garthwaite was set up goal side of the midfield stoppage, waiting patiently for the blast kick from congestion. Unfortunately for the star Tiger back, the ball squirted out into space, bounced into the corridor, where Schache was able to cruise to 50, steady in goal, which sunk the Tigers. It was clear from the outset, Footscray had a point to prove and was seeking atonement for a slow start to the year. The Dogs slotted the first 2 majors, immediately placing Richmond on the back foot. Luckily for the Tigers, young defender Reuben Hayward was able to drift forward, find space inside 50, and kick truly. Footscray repelled the Tigers at will in the opening term, streaming forward and capitalizing the better once inside 50. The duel between Ivan Saldo and Rob Campbell proved pivotal, with both ruckmen claiming patches of dominance, be it in the contest, or around the ground. Campbell drifted forward late in the first quarter and goaled after the quarter-time siren, celebrating with tremendous exuberance. The Dogs had their tails up heading into the first break, but the Tigers brought the heat immediately in the second term. Anthony Miles, in customary fashion, burrowed after the ball at the center bounce, scrubbed a kick forward, and the Tigers went to work. Richmond's intensity rose in the second term, garnering repeat entries inside 50 and started to hit the scoreboard. The Tigers' opening goal of the quarter came via the sure right boot of gun wingman Tom Silvestro, who eased through a set shot from a long range, which got the Richmond faithful jumping. Footscray answered straight back, but goals to Miles and Shai Bolton ensured the Tigers took a handy 6-point lead into the main break. The Tigers slotted the all-important first goal of the second half, again, through Tom Silvestro. Silvestro was the very happy recipient of some forward 50 brilliance from Tyson Stengel. Stengel was electric for most of the night, and was ever a threat once the ball hit the deck in the front half. The Dynamo small forward finished with a single major, but it was his work setting up goals for his teammates that really stood out. After the Tigers kicked the second half opener, the Dogs slammed on the next 4, to go into the final change with an 11-point lead. The way the game was played in the opening 3 quarters, meant the key to victory would be making the most of your opportunities inside 50, and the Dogs did just that. The Tigers were able to regain a lead, after Footscray kicked the opener of the final term, and held a slender 5-point margin in the dying minutes, but were unable to hold on. Richmond was down 2 troops in the second half, with Nathan Drummond, hamstring, and Ben Miller, concussion after a head knock, taking no part after halftime. Anthony Miles ground out another flint-hard performance through the midfield, finishing with 29 disposals, and a classy goal. Corey Ellis provided plenty of class and poise off halfback, collecting 25 disposals. Shai Bolton was forever lively up forward, slotting 2 goals, and nearly taking mark of the night on multiple occasions. Richmond 2.25.76.129.1670, Footscray 4.15.19.311.571.